Hi. I saw at the end something about inspiration from Soren Kierkegaard. I was wondering if any other philosophers have inspired you in any other projects, and specifically.
He can run with that. How much time you got?
Yeah, I mean, let's say, what's the question?
What are some other philosophers that have inspired you over the years?
Yeah, I heard the question.
Every year, let me answer it this way.
Yeah.
Torben is the easiest guy to get Christmas presents and birthday presents for because all I gotta do is go on Amazon.com. There's something called a wish list, and there's 20 books by 20 philosophers that nobody's ever heard of that make 3 editions of their books, or 3 copies of their books, and all I gotta do is click buy and then give it. And so Torben has like every single philosophy book ever printed.
Yeah.
And I just have one question, as maybe a follow-up.
Yeah.
When do you ever read them?
Let me say.
No, I meant that as a.
I didn't know that one was supposed to read this. You could. I mean, I've probably never read a whole book from beginning to end. That's not how I read, But I treasure these books that you give, and there's already a new list for birthday. and then I read sort of vividly and in there, and then I go to another chapter maybe, and then I put it down. But 3-4 years later, I come back to it, and 10 years later, I come back to it, and all the books that you see there, they're still sort of important. It's not like you put it away. And to me, also, that's a little bit like music too. There's nothing that gets put away, And I think that old stuff, whether it be Metallica or Bach or things from going back even further, madrigal Christian songs or whatever. Every epoch has certain wonderful stuff.
Maybe you could give them a couple of names of people that have made a difference in your life on the philosophy side.
On the philosophy, I would say that certainly just to stay within the Danish field, that it's a little bit like that answer that I just gave to you, that every truth, if whatever the truth may be, and all of that, and you saw there that there was a quote from a Danish philosopher called Søren Kierkegaard, and he said it began with a repetition, which of course in some sense is an impossibility, but in this context, there are different repetitions. He was going down to Berlin to check out a German philosopher at that time that was called Schelling, and then in that sense, I think from his point of view, it began when he was listening. He knew something that Schelling had said, and then it began with that. So it began with a repetition, but from the point of view of that book that he wrote, that's called Repetition, and Sueli also Fear and Trembling from that same time, then repetition meant something different.